Greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. My name is Moenga Fredrick. I am a counseling psychologist and a trainer. Today, I would like to talk about caregiving and family responsibility. First, I would like to begin by defining a family as a unit. In most cases, we look at issues in a linear manner, but remember, family is a unit which is emotional in nature and relational, where individuals are living together, connected by blood, by adoption, by marriage, and having shared responsibilities. In a family, you find that individuals encounter challenges, including anxiety and stress. And whenever this happens, they require support from other members of the family and also people outside the system. A family being the smallest unit in the society, which feeds the larger system, extended family, and other systems, including the church. What is this family going to do to ensure that caregiving is effective? The family creates a caregiving environment that is organized in that it has clear roles and a flexible structure. Clear roles. People are taking their roles seriously and they are communicating to one another who is to do what and what is expected. Things have to be very clear. The children know what the parents require, and that is verbalized, communicated very clearly. At the same time, other members having that well-organized process. Another thing is the family need to create an environment that is emotionally safe. Emotionally safe in that there is openness and freedom of expression. The members are validated, appreciated, recognized, and even allowed to express themselves freely. In such emotionally safe environment, individuals are likely to handle their own issues properly, and you find that handling stress and anxiety is easier in such a family. The family needs to be connected in order to provide a safe environment for its individuals to grow and solve their issues. Connected, but not so much disorganized, meaning connection that is more balanced, such that people are not too much connected or too much separated. So the opposite of connectedness is separation, extreme separation. So there is a slight separation, but not too much separation, and slight connection or normal connection that is not too much connection. If too much connection exists, people get interlocked until they are not able to define themselves. The family environment needs to be a safe environment with such a connection that allow each individual to be independent, to recognize themselves, to identify themselves, and even at times to solve their own issues. Also, the family environment needs to be collaborative. The members of a family need to collaborate. Members in that structure, all members, all those who are living in that system. Sometimes you find these members being in an extended structure, being in a nuclear family structure. This also includes single family or a single parent family structure. Sometimes a family having children from other relationships. Sometimes you may find children who are adopted. But in this case, all of them need to collaborate, have shared responsibilities to nurture each other and to attend to each other's needs because they need each other. The last thing that the family will do to create a safe caregiving environment is inclusivity, creating an inclusive environment whereby each and every person's needs are listened to and these people being taken care of. How is this going to be possible? In a family, this can be done by a family regulating a few elements we call patterns of interactions in a family. And these patterns, I will mention 3 of them. One is the pattern of communication or interaction. When members of a family are communicating openly to one another, are communicating in that their expectation of another person is clear, you find that that system is likely to create a safe environment to nurture its members and to attend to the needs of its members, including the elderly and the sick and the children. Another pattern very commonly appearing in a family that needs to be adjusted in order for this family to ensure caregiving is happening in a healthy manner is the pattern of power and power position. Power is one of the sources of conflicts. I can call it a pillar of conflicts in our families. People tend to struggle with power. Sometimes the position of power is affected by the position of path in a family. Mostly you find firstborns would want to take a certain position. Sometimes the siblings may have some struggles amongst themselves that is going to challenge their power. Sometimes for partners, because of the culture, because of our beliefs, remember we are fed by cultural beliefs and cultural standards, people may feel like power is taken out of them and the expectations that the families have. An example is a woman who understands that a man should be the head. A man should be the provider. And when he is providing, that's when he is taking his position. So what if he's not providing? And that is the way she has conceptualized the system of power. This man is going to feel inferior. This woman is going to feel like this man is not taking his position. There need to be an adjustment and a flexibility, because a family is not just a unit, as I mentioned. It is still in a process. These are people who are interacting, and there are always changes happening, and many changes in terms of financial resource availability and many others. Children are growing, moving from one stage to another. So the family needs to adjust to various changes that happen, but still remain stable. So the flexibility is very important. Flexibility. Something else is about roles, adjustment of roles. The family needs to adjust the way roles are taken. Roles are assigned to each individual. Sometimes the allocation is not verbalized, is not discussed openly. People just take a role because of the way members of a family respond to one another. If you begin to withdraw, another member of the family may begin to pursue, such that now there is a pursuer and a distancer. The more this partner is pursuing, the more this other partner is running away, withdrawing, or distancing. Those are roles that we are talking about. Another way we can define those roles: a father realizing that the girl is not performing well in school, and then he begins to feel like this boy is growing to be useless. Instead of just finding a way to motivate this boy to fulfill his responsibility and to work hard in life, he comes and tells him, you are a very useless boy. This boy feels criticized, feels down on earth, and withdraws. The more he withdraws, the more the father feels like this boy is becoming useless. So what will happen? They will keep on moving in those circular loops. There is the criticizer and another person withdrawing. So the father is playing the role of criticizing, the boy is playing the role of withdrawal. Sometimes we don't see such pattern. We never see that those roles are affecting the family. What is happening? The other family members are going to chip in, are going to come in and try to intervene. So what will happen? This family is becoming unhealthy, is creating an unhealthy environment. This boy is not going to grow, is not going to mature properly, and maybe is not going to be understood. Maybe it was just a normal personality, a unique personality. Can the family accept the uniqueness of its members and try to take healthier roles and begin to examine which role you take? Whenever someone is responding this way, you need to listen to yourself and observe your responses. What impact are they having on the other members? So there is the pattern of roles that need to be adjusted for a family to take its responsibilities of caregiving, taking care of its members. Sometimes there are sickness in the family. Sometimes the family may have an elderly person, may have a child. You can see now all these patterns are affecting them. Another pattern I will mention is what we call the boundaries, the personal space in the family. Not in all families you can find this personal space being respected, this personal space being given to its members, all members taking their personal space. These boundaries will determine, the way they are handled will determine whether the members are going to be responsible, independent, assertive, and communicate and craving for their space, and even becoming more active, more goal-directed. When these boundaries are so loose, meaning the personal space is interfered so much, you find that members even lose focus. Members of a family lose focus, and you find that there are people who are not pursuing their personal goals. But when these boundaries are so tightened, you find that members begin to disengage, begin to separate, and extreme separation will bring pain. A lot of pain. People are oblivious of others' pain. They can step to on one another without caring. So the caring and caregiving process is interfered with because the boundaries are too tightly locked. Each person have locked their space, so no one is interested in another. It is time to examine our boundaries so that we see what are we doing to others, what are they doing to us. At what point are we going to regulate our boundaries to ensure that we are taking care of one another and we are taking care of ourselves? It could be in a marriage. It could be in the couple's relationship. These boundaries can also affect the way people interact to one another. At what point do people get to support each other and to nurture each other? When the boundaries are regulated, at least they are going to support each other. If one partner wants to undertake counseling psychology even at older age, the other partner will say, oh, you want to go back to school? Then I am going to step in and support you. That is the kind of a healthy family we need, so that they are able to nurture each other, because there is that element of nurturance in a family. So what are these challenges we encounter in caregiving? The challenges families encounter in caregiving is when we have unhealthy communication processes, whereby members are assumptive that others are going to understand them. They don't get to communicate in a better way. They're just assuming others are going to get them and take roles. Where you find that people are assuming responsibilities and the responsibilities are not taken clearly, are not taken seriously. There are many other challenges that families go through, and we might be having certain emotional processes that are transmitted across generations. You find that person A was told from maybe a system they came from, especially partners, that be careful with this man. Or a man was told, be careful with this woman. So anytime this partner realizes changes, they begin to feel something is wrong and begin to do what? To mishandle the other person, not from the way they are assessing this person, but from unrealistic assumptions arising from our beliefs and what was transmitted to us. So we form assumptions. Those assumptions and the distortions that we have, maybe we get from our friends, we get from other systems, some teachings we get and introduce them to the family without trying to check whether they fit in the system. What is the role of family therapy in all this? You see, as we are sensitizing families to understand what happens, to understand what we are calling patterns, the family therapy is actually one of the approaches of counseling that is here with us to help us solve some challenges that we may have struggled with. We have actually three forms. We have couples therapy for helping couples. We have family counseling for helping all the members of a family willing and available for therapy. We have premarital counseling. The family therapy is likely to address these patterns and make aware the members what is happening and their roles in these unhealthy patterns as I have highlighted. And the family is going to heal. The family therapy is not going to solve your problems. They are only going to make you aware of where these problems are arising so that these patterns are uprooted and the family become healthier again to communicate effectively and to restore their own power. So I encourage you that whenever you see challenges in a family, seek help because help is available. May the Lord bless you as you continue to pursue this knowledge.